Hey! Welcome to the Clumsy Bartender. In this series, I take recipes from books that my mom got me and tell you if they're worth making. Today we're making the Giant Bee from Düngeonmeister, also known as the drink that kicked off my love for gin. Now the Giant Bee is nothing else a dichotomy. On one hand, it is a formidable flying creature with a wicked stinger. On the other, it's a yummy cocktail, inspired by the bee's knees from the Prohibition era. What they both have in common is that they've fallen out of fashion, with the cocktail waning in popularity since the 30s, and the monster being taken out of canon since 5e. Now to assemble this drink, I'm just adding honey syrup, which is honey that's been diluted for better mixing, fresh lemon juice, and gin, which is both extra dry and also the cheapest that I could get my hands on. Next I'm going to add ice, and I'm shaking. I want to highlight the place the gin had during Prohibition. Spirits like whiskey were hard to make under the radar, so the supply couldn't really keep up with the demand. Another option is neutral grain alcohol, which was used for stripping paint off of speedboats, presumably, but it wasn't really palatable. To remedy this, people added botanicals and juniper berries and spices, making gin ever so slightly tolerable. To make it desirable though, honey and lemon were added, and that gave birth to the beverage that I'm about to get drunk off of. Anyways, when we're done shaking, I'm straining the drink into a chilled martini, whiskey, whatever this is glass, because I don't have any coupes. Once it's in the glass, I'm squeezing a lemon twist over the top for some reason, and admitting that probably better said in the recording. I think this is the point where I'm gonna admit that I don't know how to do garnishes yet. And haphazardly chucking the whole thing into the drink. And there you have it, folks, the bee's knees. Now, if this whole thing has been a little too on the rails for you, don't worry, because I'm about to take the rules and throw them out the window. Or out of frame, if we're talking about what I just did right there. I want to make a riff on this drink that appeals to the upper echelon of bee culture, and I got inspired to give this drink a small personal touch, and also make it the color of royalty. So here is the cocktail that I'm calling the Queen Bee. Now, to start this drink, I'm using the same ratios. The only difference will be that I'm substituting half of the honey syrup with some of this homemade syrup from berries that I picked in my yard last summer. If you don't have access to my backyard or fresh mulberries, then store-bought blackberries are actually a great substitute flavor-wise and might even get you a purple that's more accurate to what I was going for here. And as far as making the syrup, let me know if a tutorial is needed. My hope is that this will give me a delicate and beautiful purple suited for royalty. Perhaps a queen? Perhaps a queen bee? Do you need this metaphor shoved farther down your throat? Other than that, we're building this drink exactly the same way, with gin, syrup, lemon, and ice. After we remind ourselves to buy an actual shaker, one that won't make me make this sound, then we are going to just shake it up and strain it, once again into our confusing glass. Now all there's left to do is once again throw a garnish that my hands have been all over right into the drink and enjoy. Cheers!